YouTube? It's me, 45. We are back with week 11 in the Washington football team rebuild. Going into week 11, we have got ourselves in position for second place, tie for second place here with the Eagles. Of course, Dallas still out front, 7-2. Giants now move up to 3-7. Giants beat the Eagles last week, so hopefully we can continue to keep going forward and maybe push our way into it. We'll check out the standings. I don't think we're in play for anything wise like playoffs yet. I think we'd have to have, we're way down here, so nothing's locked up. I mean, if we can get on a run, it could be huge. This is the NFC standings. You got the 49ers leading 8-2, Cowboys 7-2. I think they just had a bye week. Then you got the Cardinals at 6-3, and then I guess there is a shot to move up. I don't know, possibly, like with all these teams being 5-4. I would think there's a shot to move up, but I don't know where that sits us. I mean, it would probably be an outside shot unless we get on like a super good run for playoffs. But and then like our schedule coming up, let's see here, team schedule coming up. So coming up, we have for week 11, so we have the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Steelers, the 49ers. The 49ers are 8-2, so that's gonna be a tough game. So the Cowboys will be another tough game. And then you have the Seahawks coming up, Panthers, and the Eagles to end the game, to end the season. So it's not the easiest of schedules to end out on, honestly. And then postseason, I don't think we have a schedule yet. It'll come out week 13. This is a new addition into franchise. I don't know if I think this is a next gen thing. I don't know if they do it. I know they didn't used to do it on the PS4, so this is the PS5 I'm on now. So now you get to see what the playoff picture looks like, which is an awesome addition, and we've been wanting this for a while to franchise. So we'll get to see how it looks and how it's going to break down week 13. So we did have a couple upgrades come in. We are without our starting tight end and our starting right tackle. He got bumped up. Believe right got bumped up to a 69. We got some linemen that got a couple bumps. Chase Young, I believe, he got a bump. He actually is like an X factor now, but I have those turned off so we can see.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be.
So he has an ability. He's got these. So that's what he has. They can be changed. I guess we could do different stuff with it. Not too sure what is worth using in franchise. Like, I mean, he has edge start. He could get really bad. But I don't think I think we have these turned. I'm pretty sure I have them turned off. So that's the thing now where you can actually go in and pick them. You can actually pick your abilities, what you want on your guys. So Chase is going to kind of explode now, as you would like to say. He's going to explode. And he's going to gain overall pretty quick now since he is red. So we're gonna go in. We're sticking with Smith. Smith got us 2 games, 1. So we're gonna stick with him. We're gonna go in and we're gonna stick with. I think we're gonna stick with the white uniforms again. That's what we're going to stick with. We got to change our shoes. We're going to go with the maroon shoes. No, we're going to stick with the yellow shoes because that's what we want. And we gotta go play. Both teams are 4-5 right now going into it. So here we go.
From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
We got Gibson back.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive line, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Smith now on third down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
We got to get him 100 yards or he's going to have 100 yards or 5 receptions.
One to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good.
There we go. There it is, Gibson.
Midfield just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We needed him. We need Gibson. Gibson's a staple. We don't have another back. Like JD is just not the guy.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Looking for
Let's go!
touchdown, Washington.
Good job, good job.
Woo!
Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
What a dot.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure.
I get spirit thrown deep for him with him. I really do. I always feel like he's gonna underthrow him. He laid that right in there.
On their very first possession.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, eluding the tackle.
Woo.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
I thought he was gonna spin out of there. Thought we were in trouble.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Mixon having a decent year.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Oof.
As he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense?
Go, Jonathan Allen.
Throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball.
Remember, guys, tomorrow's stream will be starting at around 3 o'clock.
A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments?
Probably about 3 or 4, between 3 and 4.
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Where it's the guys up front.
I gotta work till 2.
Guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
H is so fast.
At the 35-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. On 1st and 10, Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin again.
Terry McLaurin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across.
I'm not gonna lie, I still want, like, I love Alex Smith. I love him, I love him, love him, but I need him to retire in my franchise. I need him to retire and give me all that cap space.
As they come up 1st and 10.
Like, he's like 16K. I mean 16 million cap.
Now it's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
Look at this.
And it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can
Good
go
play.
for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely.
That was a hell of a play.
Staying ahead of schedule.
I wasn't expecting him to come out like that. Like, I was like, okay, we got it all covered up. Next thing you know, this dude dragging across the back.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go.
Where's T. Higgins at? Is he hurt? No, hurt. They not playing? Is they're just not playing T. Higgins? Higgins is 4th on their list? No way, bro. No way. Gotta get Higgins in the game, bro.
Take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And Burrow going to throw again. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To the air again, Burrow. And not able to get it.
Do you think AJ Green keeps playing, guys? Like, what do you guys think with AJ Green next year?
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Running a lot of trips to this left side.
Completions have him looking at 3rd and 10. It's brought in left side by Tate.
Good defense, baby. Good defense. Let's go.
First down at about the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. On first down.
Oof. Bates wouldn't have caught him right there.
Run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Smith. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down.
Woo.
Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
I don't know what happened. Oh, he got hurt again.
Now the 5th-year running back, it's J.D. McKissick. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great.
That's rough.
Held their spot and stacked him up.
From the 27, Smith. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
See if McKissick has the balls to get in.
And he'll give it here to his
He just
running
doesn't.
back.
He just gets
And the
so
whole
cursed. What's up, Funky?
here, he can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gandy Golden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right,
We need a back, bro. Our running back is terrible without Gibson.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Like Gibson's nice. He's like a balanced back. Like you can run up the middle. You can run outside.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to
It's gonna be weird going back to work. I haven't worked in a while, man. My hours are like real weird. I think I worked last Saturday and I've been off. Maybe Sunday. I don't remember. But I've been off since then.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Oh, shit.
A little bit after they just gave up a score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Woo!
He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Got him getting up slow.
He's got a first down.
Got him getting up slow.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
That the center?
So that'll back him up.
The center jumped?
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And shutting him off, now open field. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Hopkins with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10.
All right, we got plenty of time, guys.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ugh.
Going on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
16 yards, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head.
Oh, he had it.
And it drops down in.
He had more throw power. He would have been good.
He might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
No. That was it. The wrong button.
Fires one that's intercepted.
The wrong button.
Jackson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
What's going on, bro?
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this.
Happy New Year.
Trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Dang, man, I hit the wrong button. To hit X.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but
Pretty good, dude.
complete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Burrow.
Oh, he got me again.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's a long
Fuck.
ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with
They were
just
both wide
1
open.
minute to go before halftime. First
Were you
and
gonna
goal,
sleep?
They got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
There it is.
Be taken down, sacked
Ron
at the
Payne.
15-yard line.
Deron Payne.
Gonna use the second of their timeouts.
2 a.m. Wow, that's all. It's 3 p.m. 3 almost 4 p.m. for me.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down
Amazing day, my dude. I appreciate it, dude.
5 yards that
You
time
too.
on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hopefully, it's better than this past year.
In this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8.
It's next gen Madden. It's deep blues are hard and stuff like that. It's hard to cover the tight end.
They're still down, but they put
Yo, D Grizz coming in. What a banger.
But they do know
D Grizz coming in with a big boy raid. 41 viewers, 38 rated.
25.
What is going on, everybody?
Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more
D
than
Grizz subbing too. My God, I appreciate you.
agree with you. There is a blemish.
Oh, he caught that. Let's go. What a die.
NFL coaches are seeking
What's going on, Organic?
and he's giving it to him
they'll take the 3-1.
every single time.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just caught that. Appreciate you, LB, for shouting them out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another
Moment,
1st and
Lauren.
10.
Moment, Lauren.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he'll find Hall. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then
That's
another
funny.
timeout.
Grizz raids me while I'm playing his favorite team.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
All right.
Now they face a 3rd down and
Damn, I'm getting
4
killed by him, bro.
completion on 2nd down. The final shot here before break. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. To return it, Darius Phillips.
Good tackle.
Yard line and no further.
Whew. Got ourselves a little barn burner, do we? Got ourselves a little barn burner.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now,
Golly.
don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Mixon fucking killing us right now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down.
I knew where it was going too.
Plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
Here you go.
Love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Oh, we got Gibson back, guys.
Set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And they get it
Go.
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And
Go.
past the 45 and down at the 46.
Back in there, baby.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. He came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been
Ooh, I was gonna smoke him.
They got it done on the
He was getting smoked.
Play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
What up, mate?
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And of course, with that comes additional
Chase Young, baby.
looking for additional yardage. And again, that second score here in the third quarter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's taken down.
Fucking tight end is killing me, man.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Burrow's a goon, bro. He's a goddamn goon.
For him, and it's another first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A tackle by Cole Holcomb.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Whew.
About that one, he correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Good stop.
Won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have
Getting excited, boys. We're getting excited.
They are in terms of field position because this is
Where'd that put us? Okay, at least it's not bad.
Because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he stopped right at the 25.
Ooh, Gino getting hurt.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek.
Gino's out. That's good.
2nd and 5 now from the 20.
That helps us.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
It's changing direction. It's fantastic now. I love it.
I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Gibson, and taking it across.
That's a big run.
Inside the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting...
We also got to check this too. I forgot. I have to get McLaurin at least 5 catches or 100 yards. Okay, he has 100 yards. We're good.
Stronger as the day goes along.
it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open,
Get both to
there
be
is no
safe?
technique,
What?
Except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Oh, I thought he caught that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 38 yards. And Washington has taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive.
Oh, he's got both of them.
They're not winning this game.
That was his 5th catch right there.
The extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Yeah, that one was just for morale, I believe.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 20.
Because he was complaining, he was frustrated, and I needed at least 5 catches or 100 yards for him.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the
So
clock.
we're good now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Still can't believe they're not playing Higgins, bro.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. To Mixon on the check down.
I like their routes. Like, they got stuff.
It's
tough. They got some good stuff going on in their playbook. I like it.
Really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Mixon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner.
Oh,
Is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If you
man,
throw too
Burrow's
early,
a
it's gonna be
beast, bro.
fast.
I like his power. He's got a good throw power.
Completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hookup there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Caught right side, Tate. And he goes out right around the 39. They get only 4 that time.
Good stop. Good defense. Good defense. I haven't looked at the bottom either. I haven't seen if like Eagles lost or anything.
Fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easy.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cleveland's winning. Let's go, Cleveland.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared there. I was a little scared.
Have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Smith.
Oh, he was wide open.
They're going to be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10.
What a dot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? This defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that. And he's going to go down.
Let's go! Jonathan Allen!
Up a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
We're going this way. Definitely not getting hit by all that.
Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel down should be enough to finish this one off. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here we go. That's 3 in a row. And the Eagles lost. We are going to shoot to 2nd place, guys. The Eagles lose. We win. We go to 2nd place.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
Let's go.
On by a strong performance in that 4th quarter.
Making a push at the end of the year.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game.
That was a huge sack for safety. Jonathan Allen, big play.
And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football. All the way
So getting into the stats,
and they closed them out with a big-time performance down
Alex Smith throws for 14 for 24. He had a QB rating of 119, 268 yards, 58 completion rate, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. What a game. That's a beautiful game. I'll take that game any day. Gibson back this week. Gets 23 touches for 229 yards, 5.6 yards a carry, no touchdowns. Andy Golden looking hot as a tight end. Getting the start because their starting tight end's out. He is doing wonderful things. 70 yards, 1 touchdown. McLaurin, 5 catches, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. E-Hall getting 2 touches there. Everybody else getting a little bit of love. It was rough. It's rough. We don't have a lot of time in the back there to throw. What's going on, Panther God? And we had, let's see, we had 1 sack, I believe, 2 sacks. Jerome Payne and Allen. Allen's sack was a safety. No interceptions today. No forced fumbles. We did have 1 safety, and that's Jonathan Allen. Hey guys, YouTube, next time, make sure you guys check me out, twitch.tv/me45. Also, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out all my social links down below in the description. Check out the Discord link. Hit the Discord link. Join the Discord. Come and have a little bit of fun with us. We are in there all the time having fun. So, till next week, we'll see you guys. Peace.